Church. Some see it as a gift, some see it as a curse. But it is the foundation in society's cores to our customs and beliefs. It is here you will learn about a story of a little third grader and his introduction to climate change. This field used to be bigger when I was little, and it looks so tiny now that I come back. It's very tiny. And it was at this hill, my third grader teacher, who we call Tony because we're like that, we're comfortable addressing him on a first name basis. And it was at this spot that we took the time in class to sit outside. Tony stares out to the horizon and unloaded it on us like a clip from a magazine. In 30 years, Marshall Islands will be underwater. Now, look at it this way. I'm a third grader, right? But I had no clear grasp of the gravity, the weight of the burdens that was yet to come. Homes are gone, playgrounds are gone, courts are wrecked, trash on our lands, all because of things that are out of our control. Rising sea levels, flooding our streets, damaging our crops, killing off the little green land that we are clinging on to now. And you have the audacity to tell us that climate change is not real. I had a classmate in university in my theater class, and she didn't believe in climate change. I was dumbfounded, yes, I take that. I had to process what this cowgirl from Texas just said, but I shrugged it off. Why? She's caught up in her own bubble. She's just a part of many Americans who are just plain ignorant. But today, we're not holding back. We're going to give you a piece of our mind. Just 2 days ago, on the 25th of this month, we found a massive tree that reached for the skies, that would tower among us if it wasn't struck in half. My camera guy walks up to the man and asks him, "When did this tree fall?" Nearly 4 months ago. Both my friends continued their search to do this project, and they stumbled upon a few graveyards close to the shores, and at the bottom of this tiny hill, where there was a little steep drop, a grave for a baby has been dragged out of his or her resting place. The headstone, partially buried in the sand. You still having trouble believing that climate change is real for us? Okay, I'll give you an idea what happens in the Marshall Islands. Here's Kiribati, here's Chuuk, Tuvalu. Places I'm pretty sure the rest of the world has barely heard of. But if you were a son or a daughter of the Pacific, then you already know the rest of the nations. We're going through some real struggles. What can we do to appease our waters not to wash us off? To not claim back the lands that was once promised to us after the first world flood? To know that when we say Yahweh, we're saying you are a rainbow. One word that shows a warm greeting and the other showing affection. Yahweh, our way of saying hi. Yahweh, our way of saying I love you. Yahweh, which is you are a rainbow. That rainbow which was taught to us of God's promise not to flood our homes. You see, we are sons of the ocean and the island is our mother. My islands were dropped from a basket of a great bird that flew past these waters. Maui fished out these lands from the sea. Different tales of how we came to be, but all have one thing in common that we've embraced. We all have sailed on those same currents to find home for our people. I'm from the land of change that mingles in between other lands. I'm a son of immigrants with a mother and father rich with history and culture, traveling to a little atoll known as Majuro. One from Kiribati, one from America, finding each other by fate. It's been told that we were given free will to decide our own fates. It's also been told that it is our role to be the caretakers of the land given to us, the stalwarts of God's gift. Alright, sure. You folks with bigger lands have more than enough lands for yourself, but the world doesn't revolve around the house with a nice prairie and a white picket fence. We are proud people with many flaws, granted. But we got one thing that we share. Family is and will ever be the top of our priorities. It's for family why we stick around to see how we can help our communities. It is for family that my folks and people like them sent off their children to find a better education to secure their children's future. It's for family why we are striving to be the best abroad, away from our country, to see a better life for those who we keep around us. Some of us may have forgotten to keep them in our minds and our hearts. Some of us may have forgotten to keep them in our minds and our hearts, but we know we take our jobs today to better ourselves so we are able to take care of our families, friends, neighbors. Well, you get the picture. Our beauty is unique because you will never see anything like it anywhere else. So you have to understand this. We would not be who we are today if it wasn't for the lands our ancestors brutally fought for centuries ago. For we are of an ancient race who brave through these waters, who know that can be bright and tranquil, but at the same time dreary and unforgiving. Bound by the legacy for those who have passed it on from generations to generations, we find content with the bliss that we bask in today. But the question always remains for us. Am I able to pass down my legacy to my kids? Will they be able to do the same? I don't know. Maybe you can help me out.